Estacio is back in Rochester tonight. We begin tonight with breaking news. Rochester City Court Judge Leticia Estacio is back in Rochester tonight after a warrant was issued for her arrest. Good evening, I'm Amanda Shivari. News 10 NBC was the first to break this news to you tonight. Estacio was convicted of driving drunk and is now accused of violating her conditional release. A bench warrant was issued after she didn't show up to a hearing last week. Not only did she not show up, she also did not take a court-ordered alcohol screening. She is now scheduled to appear before her administrative judge tomorrow. The questions many of you have now is, will she show up to that meeting with her boss, and will she be arrested? Nina Porciuncula joins us now live from the Hall of Justice. Good evening, Nina.
Good evening, Amanda. Our legal expert told me whichever law enforcement agency was entrusted with the warrant has the option to arrest her, but they don't have to arrest her. I'm told Estacio's lawyer could work things out and have her turn herself in tomorrow instead after she meets with her boss here at the Hall of Justice. Now, I just spoke with Estacio's attorney. He just confirmed to me that he will be here in court tomorrow, but he could not definitively say if she will be here too. Judge Leticia Estacio requested privacy and asked us to leave when we went to her home today.
There's been judges in the past that have gotten in trouble, but it never went to this proportion.
Former Judge Joseph Valentino says Estacio is supposed to be at the Hall of Justice tomorrow, but that is not for a court appearance. She received a letter requesting that she be in Judge Craig Doran's chambers to answer for her conduct.
If you read the letter, the tenor of the letter would indicate that they're kind of building a case because they're trying to show that she went, didn't tell anybody she was going, didn't tell Judge Doran, and she intended to be gone for 3 months, which is unusual.
Last week, we learned that Judge Leticia Estacio left the country for Thailand with a one-way ticket in hand. She told her attorney, Ed Fiondoc, that she doesn't plan to come back until August, but now we know she's in town. Estacio hasn't heard any cases since last fall, but she's still getting her $174,000 a year salary, and for months, many of you have been asking, how is this possible?
If you look at the history in the state of New York, there's only been 2 judges that were removed. And both of those judges were intoxicated on the bench. So it's very difficult to remove a judge in the state of New York. There's a lot of procedures that go through. Judge
Valentino says since she was elected by the people, she can only be removed if the voters vote her out, or if the Judicial Conduct Commission decides her conduct is bad enough to remove her.
The whole thing is sad to me. I was a judge for 33 years sitting there, and it's sad for me to see this. It's embarrassing to see this because I've never seen anything like it.
And I also spoke with Judge Craig Doran. All he can say at this point is if Estacio appears at his chambers tomorrow, that will be, quote, for further administrative instruction, and, quote, he said he can provide more details after the meeting. That meeting is scheduled tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. Live from the Hall of Justice tonight, Nina Porciuncula, News 10, NBC.
Nina, thank you.
Be careful, there's people behind you.
Oh, we're going over
This
there.
way?
Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Back up, okay? Thank you.
We should know where these shoes. It's him.
Huh?
It's him. Yeah, I had one in the back of my head too, right over. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Totally.
yeah,
I'm so concerned about prosecution.
With all the respect I have for Judge Aronson, he was angry. He was very angry. And I think that impacts upon finding here as to whether or not the issuance of the taking my client into custody is in fact arbitrary and capricious.
The court does find that the actions by Judge Aronson, and again, this is not a de novo review, this is a determination whether his decision was arbitrary and capricious. I cannot find that, in fact, his remanding the defendant without bail was arbitrary and capricious. The application for writ of habeas corpus is denied.
I'm disappointed. I mean, that's the best thing I can say.
And you said you're disappointed. What about your client? What did she have to say in your book?
Actually, I was kind of surprised. She more or less expected it. I think she's gotten to the point now where she feels that, you know, it's not going to be, good turns are going to be few and far between. I think that, quite frankly, she took it well. She took it very well.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheep up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is if I got you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.